This is totally why I don't like the sport. What is that building behind him that no one owns? I'm going for that building. I gotta get ready to take over my freaking building. Well, wait, is that the building DK invested in? Oh my god, it would take him 44 coins and he doesn't even have that much. Oh, loser. The owner's still me after you paid $1 million for that coin. Or, not coin, that building. And he just gave me a star, so that is the weirdest thing in the world. Yay! Alright, so now it's 6-5. My number didn't last long. Hello. Bolo candy, you better not be bowling me over. Whoa, that's scary. Whoa. Please don't. Why do you do it? Why did you do that? That was so rude. That was so rude. Yeah, you know it. You blew it. Boingo. That was a funny noise. I haven't taunted at all in this. There we go. I know I say that in like every board I realize I haven't taunted. But it is true. I gotta say, those candies just make you look scary. They do. Okay. What else is there to talk about? Now that it's my turn. Do I want to use this? I don't know. I hate to view the map every time. Okay, no, I don't want to use that. What? Cool. Yeah, so Super Mario Bros. 3. It's going pretty well. I just listed... What? Sure. I just listed, World 2 Desert Land. Later known as Desert Hill. But yeah, I just listed that, so it's up and it's at 'em. It's pretty awesome. Waterworld is on its way. When I recorded Waterworld, though, there was just a ton of ridiculousness that happened behind the scenes. My system went ridiculous, and then my game went retarded, and then I just ended up... At one point, you'll see when that video is up, but I just had to, like, cut the footage to, like, a totally different game that I had started over because it was so... I don't even know what happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't know. I really have no explanation behind it other than I have no idea what happened. So now that that was a really weird statement I just made, we're gonna play Snipe for the Pickins. How come I never remember any of these minigame names? I swear, I never remember any of them, and it's like other Mario Party games, I remember every single name. I think because they're not so Nintendo-y, like there's not a mushroom in the name, or a... I don't know. Maybe that's just a poor excuse, but... Yeah, well, that sucked. Let's get 100! Oh, this is that game where Waluigi pulled out that crazy rose and he went all James from Team Rocket on me. It's crazy. Speaking of Pokemon, I cannot wait for the new Pokemon Gold and Silver to come out. I'm totally getting gold. Totally getting gold! My sister always gets silver, so... It's always been that way. I get gold, she gets silver. Well, I get gold because... I know I've stated this a million times, but because my favorite color is yellow, I went with that. She went with silver. And then all the games before that, she always got red because she liked Charmander. And although my favorite, like, basic character is probably, like, Squirtle, because I love sea creatures, I got Pokemon Yellow because, you know, state the obvious. But if that wasn't the case, well, no, I did get Pokemon Sapphire. If that wasn't the case that, like, they didn't have a yellow option, I would have gotten blue, but... Yeah, so that's how that goes. But I'm just really excited for that because I freaking love that game. That game is awesome. Pokemon is probably the best handheld game to play on, like, car trips or, well, pretty much like whenever, but it's just one of my absolute favorite handheld games. I knew he was gonna do that, you jerk. I was going through all of my, like, Game Boy Color games the other day, and yeah, I had those two Pokemon games, Gold and Yellow, and then I had Lemmings, which is a really ridiculous... It's fun, but it's like a puzzle game, and there's a lot of death involved at certain points, and if you know what Lemmings is, you know what I'm talking about. It's not like gruesome deaths, it's just like kind of obnoxious, but yeah, that is just a interesting game. It started off as a PC game that I had when I was really little. I probably played that when I was like 4, 5, and 6 years old. Like, that was just what I played on the computer. And, yeah, that's just a good game. And, anyway, I had that, and then I had Hamtaro because I am a huge Hamtaro fan. That's an awesome game, too. The first one was better than the second one, and then I didn't play any after the second one. What? Sure. And... yeah, that's just like... Hamtaro's just awesome. I love making up the dances in that game. Oh, Jesus! 3 stars to me. Let me think. Did I have any others? No, I didn't have any other Game Boy Color games. And I have the worst story ever behind why I don't have one Game Boy Color game in particular. Okay, so I'm a huge Wario fan, right? And really, for being such a huge Wario fan, I haven't owned many of his games. But the first game I ever got for my Game Boy Color was Wario Land 3. Because I was like, looks awesome, Wario's my favorite, let's go. So I get it, and I get totally into that game, hooked in, I'm obsessed with it for like a year and a half because I'd play it sporadically, and then I got to the point where I was like, I was to the very end, I was on the last level, right? And I had it in, like, I was going over to my grandpa's house or something, and I had it in this plastic bag with all my stuff. And there were just like toys and random crap in there because I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, I don't know. And when I came home, I left the bag in like the basement of our house, which is kind of like a garage. And our basement is, I mean, you get what I'm saying. But anyway, well, my mom thought it was trash. And yeah, that was the end of that game. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, Mom, did you see that plastic bag? She's like, oh yeah, I threw it away because there was a bunch of trash in it. I was like, what? Oh my god, I was so PO'd. Wario Land 3 was like the best game ever. Well, not the best game ever, but it was the best Game Boy game I had at the time. Oh my god, I was so pissed off. I was like, do you know where I was in that game? I was at the last level! It was really intense. So I never saw that game again, and it's in a dump somewhere in Indiana, and I'm very upset about that. It sucked. I'm not kidding. I did get Wario Land 4 later for Game Boy Advance, and that wasn't much later actually, but after I got that, I just couldn't stop comparing, and I was like, God, I miss my Wario Land 3 game. And I don't have Wario Land 4 anymore because it just ended up getting sold or something in the gist of things. Oh god, I hope Bandit doesn't screw me over, but anyway, Wario Land 4 has one of the best intros ever. That intro is just awesome. Where it's like the paper's flying all over the place and then he's in the convertible with the sweet pimp music. Man, I loved that. That was just awesome. Oh, well, he didn't really screw me over right there, so I'm glad. So yeah, if you haven't seen the intro to Wario Land 4, it might be up on YouTube. I don't know. Search it, because that intro is just awesome. I love it. I don't know why I love that intro, but it's just cool. Alright, so I have rambled on now for a very long time on weird subjects. What do I want to use? This?